well. Out on the straight here, Popplestone. Popplestone on the inside, Blickarv's running well, but Tyson Popplestone now is starting to pull away. And it's Tyson Popplestone will take out the small championship and Mark Blickarv's.
You mentioned past results you've brought into. You did World Unicross last year. It's a learning experience, and then coming through into the track season this year, you must be starting to really gain confidence that you can mix it at the top levels.
Yeah, well, the uni games last year was an interesting experience. It probably wasn't something that left me with a lot of confidence. It certainly opened my eyes to a lot of problems that I needed to address. My asthma was causing a lot of trouble over there, and now definitely starting to step up this track season. That's probably where I've got a lot of confidence from. You know, over winter, last winter was a huge base phase, and working with Rod and Matt Griffin just really helped me address some of the problems that I had. And the results started to show a little bit during the track season. Still a couple of little areas I would have liked to probably push a little bit further, but that's how it goes.
But as far as the results have gone this season, starting to hit PBs on the 8, and you had the mile win at the state titles, that must bring you a lot of confidence, ultimately stepping up towards a 5,000 metre track race.
It does, definitely. Over the last few seasons, the 800 hasn't been an event I've really attacked. So it was new ground going into it this year. You know, I started off with I think a 157, and then each week they just gradually progressed, and it was a bummer that there wasn't a few more 800s after that, because I still feel like there was a bit of room for improvement. Winning the mile was still a great experience. To walk away with a state title, my first state title was a great confidence booster, and was a real thrill.
And as far as what's happening this season, a little bit of an injury at the moment, but you look forward to cross country and road racing. What's the plans going ahead? Because obviously the adiRunner program has a lot of focus towards those distance events.
Yeah, well, it's not even classed as an injury yet. I wouldn't say. It's more just a bit of a niggle that I'm taking care of to make sure it doesn't turn into an injury. So I'm going to take a couple of weeks off now and then just start refocusing on the winter. The big goal this winter is really just to start making that move to the 5K kind of training. I think it's obvious I'm not going to be an 800 or 400 metre runner, and the move up's pretty essential. So we're going to start focusing on a little bit of longer stuff, a lot of strength work, and maybe even looking towards London. I think we're thinking about chucking a couple of steeple-chasers out there to see if we can't sort of get a sneaky qualifier.
And you mentioned the 5,000 metres. There's not many other better people to learn from than Craig Mottram, who you had a chat to before. Just listen to his stories across the years. It must give you a great insight as what it's to be like at the top, but also just that he's an everyday guy doing training and just like you.
It is. That's one of the first things I realised about it. He walked in the front door out here and he told me the location had changed and I'm supposed to be over at Olympic Park, and he's just here to pick up some boxes. So this bloke I've looked up to since I was about 12 years old starts throwing out these curly shots, and I'm still a little bit intimidated, so I couldn't say anything back. I just nodded my head and went and asked someone else whether that was true, and lucky enough I found Jane Miles out the back and found out I was in the right place, and he was just being a bit cheeky. But on a serious note, he's certainly someone I gain a lot of confidence from, just to see how real he is. You know, he's a top athlete, but he's also he's a genuine bloke, and that's something I really respect about the guy, is the fact that he's not only a top performer, but he's someone you can talk to on a sort of just like we're talking right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And to get some of the tips and advice from him is certainly going to be a big bonus to my training and to my racing, hopefully in the future.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to the racing results coming up in 2011. Tyson, thanks for joining us.